And welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I'm going to be playing RimWorld again today, and really excited to get back into it. Go ahead and kill the music here, sorry. And we left off, I did a little work off camera. Let me just make sure we're good. Okay, and I did some work off camera. And what we have here, I finished constructing our base. I added this little room over here because I wanted to utilize this heat from this vent, even though we made a significant amount of progress in our journey across the planet. And I'll show you where we're at here. So even though we made substantial progress from all the way, wow, all the way up here, all the way down to here, which is like, I don't know, a third, almost half of the journey, at least a third of the journey already to where the ship is. And so we're in a fairly warm climate, but it's still getting cold out. It's the middle of winter, as you can see. And it's like not super cold, but it's cold enough that we have to be concerned about it. So I figured, let's see if we can trap that air. I also finished building my kitchen, and there's still some construction to go. Working on a little animal area with a little barn here. Got my some of my crops in it. It looks like they're gonna survive the winter, which is crazy. So I'm pretty pleased with that. The goals for today's episode, I suppose, probably will go ahead and try to do a little bit of research, get a little bit more technologically advanced. Probably work on building up our base a little bit more, because I feel like we're going to be here for a while. Might as well, it's good location. Definitely want to exploit all of the valuable natural resources in the area, and make sure we have a stable food source. And if we're going to travel again, we really need to build up our pemmican and jerked meats again. So probably wait until... It'll probably be at least a year before we travel again. But I'm okay with that. Okay, so we have our housekeeper cat. We just have the one still. We're down to 5 lives, by the way. We used up one of our lives last time. We have 3 prisoners right now. Oh, I'm not sure if this was on camera. We had a raid pretty close to the... excuse me. Pretty close. I think it was after I ended the recording. I was just doing some grunt work around here. And, yeah, we had a raid, so I captured 2 of them, actually. Which is a pretty good outcome. Unfortunately, their resistances are super high, so it may be a while before they join. But Rhodes is coming along nicely, so that's good. I might want to do some stuff with the work today. Let me just... I don't even use these right now anyway, so let's just get all these off. Save myself the trouble of having to purport to manage them. Okay, and... Okay, so let's think about this in terms of who's the best for what job. So, is there a remove all? I always forget. Yeah, I can't remember if there's a remove all, but let's just... I'm going to pause the game real quick. I'm going to just turn off all labor. Manually, I guess. I think I've been too willing to put most of these on when they really don't deserve to be on. So we'll just remove all of them. As you can see, I'm going through the high ones now. And what we'll do is we'll find specified jobs for individuals that are much more limited and planned out. And we'll start with the people that have the least flexibility. And we'll kind of keep the system going as much as we can. And we'll prioritize the jobs that we actually need to get done. So we won't just have somebody doing something like art for the sake of having an artist, but we'll actually just turn off art for the most part until we need to make it. Okay, so, and this gives us a good, you know what I could do is I should have just done it like that. Alright, so we're almost done here, sorry, I'm just gonna manually do the rest. I'm sure there was an easier way to do this, but I think it's very important, especially after you get to a certain population, to do this. And basically what what we're going to be doing is we're going to be really shrinking the versatility of our individual members. Okay, so we're about done here. And yeah, okay, so now we can really make some choices here. So what we'll do is we will start out with thinking about what we actually need to get done. So we definitely need a cook. But you know what? He's the most versatile. So let's find somebody who's the least versatile. Probably this guy, right? And he'd be a good cook and brewer. Decent negotiator. Decent warden. I'll put him on hunt just in case. I'll put him on grow and plant cut just in case, and research like that. Okay, so that's all he's going to be doing. Then the next least versatile person might be this one or this one. And this person, okay, we need a warden for sure. Bowers is the best at it, so let's have Bowers be the warden. And negotiator as well. Probably could be a manager, but we're not even bothering with that right now. And quarry and mining as well, so we'll put her at that. And then hunt fish at the higher level there. Okay, and that's all for Bowers. Next one might be... We probably need somebody to focus on growing and especially plant cutting. This person is good at cutting, you know, has one flame there. So I'm going to put this person on plant cutting. We probably need somebody who's like the crafter. This person's pretty good, but they have these. I'll make Pumpkin the crafter. And then quarry and mine secondarily. Hunt just to have it on. Animal handling just to have it on. Okay. Oh, we should probably... I'm going to keep doctors only on one if they have some sort of flame in that department. Okay. But pretty much everybody's going to be a doctor if they can be. Okay, and then, so good, we have a plant cutter, and then we need a grower, so I guess it makes sense to have you be a grower as well. Put the hunt and fish on at a higher level. Handling can be at 3. Probably have a designated handler. Okay, so we have a plant cutter and a grower, but we probably want another grower. So I might just kind of make a note that I might want to fill that role as well. Okay, we really don't need a quarrier or miner. I'm going to put myself, my main character, at 5 on that just to have it, you know, as a third person. But that's it for quarrying and mining. For plant cutting, we might want somebody else on that too. Yeah, I think it's very important that this person only does that. All right, Norma, what can you do? You can do cooking and brewing. And art. Probably don't need that, but I'll put it on. Oh yeah, we need a construction person, so you can be the construction person. And I'm going to put you on second level warden. Balbo, I want you to be a warden and a... What else would you be good at? I guess cooking. And... I guess I'll put the craftings on even though it's not high priority. So you'll warden first, then you'll cook and brew, then you can go and do crafting. Okay. Alex, the warrior. I'll make you an animal handler and a hunter and a fisher. I'll put cooking and brewing at 5 and art at 5 as well. And then my guy, I will have, what else do we need? So we have a handler. I'll put handling on 3. Put cooking and brewing on 3. They're basically the same. Hunting and fishing at 5. Construction at 3. Warden at 1. I'll put these at 5 as well. Oh, and we need a researcher. Yeah, Balbo, you can... No, probably better be Alex. Alex can be the researcher. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, and then hauling and cleaning, we'll have to... I'm not going to have anybody on cleaning because the cats can do that. I guess I'll put it at 9 for everybody just to have it... If they absolutely have nothing better to do, then they can clean. I'm going to put hauling probably for everybody at 1. Except for the plant cutter. You're not going to haul. Well, you'll haul, but lower priority. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Pumpkin, you could also be a researcher. Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. So, we've got a designated cook or brewer. We've got a designated hunter, more or less. We've got a designated builder. We've got a designated grower, kind of. Definitely a designated plant cutter. A couple of wardens, handler, researcher. Everybody's hauling. Crafter. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so let's see how that works. The problem with reducing the versatility of our people is that we end up with the possibility of somebody getting injured and then a whole area of work going undone, basically. But let's see how it functions in real terms. So Bowers, who we assign... What do we tell Bowers to do? Yeah, level 1 warden. And then hauling. So Bowers is going to be doing wardening and negotiating, and then quarrying and mining, hunting, fishing if we get done with all the quarrying and mining. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe I'll put growing on at 5. And cooking and brewing on at 5. So that means Bowers is much more likely to actually mine stuff. Although she's going to start hauling, which means refueling things in practical reality. And Jamoke, our plant cutter, is already hard at work cutting plants, which is great. And we really could use this. We can use it to make food, but also pemmican finally. Let's make sure we have some... Yeah, we have plenty of animals designated for hunting, so that's great. And speaking of animals, we have 2 muffaloes, 2 wild pods, and a housekeeper cat. So I feel like we have enough animals to like make use of them. Oh, I forgot to mention, the reason it's green, there's toxic fallout. It's an event. And it's only been a day and well, it hasn't even been a full day yet of it. So who do we make the grower? Jamoke and Wolf are both going to be growing. So Wolf is currently harvesting, but in theory they'll cut plants and then grow them right away. What do you need treatment for? Oh, toxic buildup? Or muscle parasites, I see. Those things will go away eventually, but And they won't kill you per se. They'll just weaken you perpetually. Now who's our cook? Our cook is Owen. And Owen is feeding people. I guess that kind of makes sense. And Norma's fully healed. So actually everybody except for Pumpkin is healed. Pumpkin's dazed and walking around. I do have this ruin set to deconstruct because I want these blocks. We'll build with the granite once we deconstruct that. I've also got a rudimentary defense kind of thing going on here. Eventually we'll build that up and then we can use that as a defensive perimeter. Okay, we got some cargo pods. And we've got Zen cherries. That's wonderful. So people will haul those right away, I'm sure. Alright, what's your issue? I always like to see when people are about to break what their issues are. Dull barrack darkness, disturbed sleep, slept in heat. So let's put a, yeah, it's 82 in there, I guess. That's surprisingly warm. I guess we should have that in the corner. So I'll have you just make that. Norma would normally do that, but she's asleep, so. Okay, now we have a cooler, so that will help regulate the temperature in here a little bit, in theory. This campfire is probably the biggest culprit there. Okay, Pumpkin's finally out of his daze, so he's going to come wash and then probably go to bed. Do I have a well set up yet? I think yeah, I got a plan for a well. Should probably have somebody build that, and it's probably going to be Norma. She's content. Let's go have her do that. How much wood do we have? Can't wait until this hay's ready, because then we can build this this straw floor. By the way, is this guy... Let's make sure we get all of that hay planted. Looks like some of it might have died off from the cold. And it's not really growing. It probably won't grow until the end of the winter. The sooner it starts growing, the better. Yeah, it's barely... Most of it's just quite new. Yeah, a lot of this just died from the weather. Alright, well, that should be adequate. Still going to be doing a decent amount of micromanagement like that just to kind of keep things on track, but that should help. Kind of keep our eye on the temp here. It should start going up pretty soon, I would think. I guess probably in a few days. Norma's building this well, which is great. And then she's going to build this sculptor's table as well. That's really one of the very few production things we have the ability to do right now is the sculptor's table. We also have the butcher and that for the kitchen. We do have a basic prosthetics table. Did I? Yeah, I'm building one of those too. I haven't researched. I clicked research prosthetics here, but I haven't gotten to it yet. So pretty sure I'm going to be quite limited on what I can build prosthetically wise. Okay, there's our well. That's going to save us a lot of trouble for people going outside to wash up. They'll just wash up there. Alright, we'll have Norma build a wooden stool here. Oh, come on, Norma. You got to get better. Your construction's 5. You should be, you know, decent. Alright. Now what are you going to do? I kind of want to follow Norma around. Yeah, that well's helping out a lot. Okay, you're going to go rest already? I guess you need it. Wolf, what are you doing? You're harvesting good. We've got 4 meals, 20 meat that doesn't spoil for a while, good jerked meat, and pemmican not much. And did nobody go get the Zen cherries? Nobody went and got that. I guess I'll have Alex do that manually. Oh yeah, these animals are probably getting pretty sad at being outside in the toxic buildup. So this is area 1 where they're currently at. Let's make a new area and we'll call it safety. Let's call this grazing. Okay, and then we'll add an area, and safety is just going to be basically inside. Kind of like a burrow in Dwarf Fortress. I'm not going to let them in the food storage. Okay, and then what we'll do temporarily, just to save them, is move our animals into safety. And for the sake of helping them recover, I'll put a few of these animal sleeping areas somewhere. I guess there's a few right there anyway. What I might need to do, let's see who is our animal handler. Alex, we're going to have you save these 2 wild pods. Well, it didn't really work, did it? I don't know what happened there. Okay, and he's in a daze. That's unfortunate, but it's probably from the pain. It's these muscle parasites are the main thing. Toxic buildup is going to work a number on him, though, while he's out there. Why can't I save these? Oh, I know why. Because they're already on they're already on those animal sleeping areas. So I'll delete those, and then what we'll do is I'll have. There we go. This should work now. Okay, now they're both being moved, which is good. So they'll be safe. It's awkward, I know, but our animals will be saved. They might get a little hungry in here. They might want to eat some of that rice or whatever. We'll have to just kind of deal with that as we go. In theory, people will feed them if they get really hungry. And these guys will just go around and clean up the grass that's growing in there. Hopefully that toxic buildup goes away soon. My humans spend so much time indoors that going outdoors a little bit won't normally build up too much toxic hygiene or toxic buildup for them. Okay, so do we get all of those? Looks like it, yeah. Yep. I'm going to designate these components to be mined. We won't need them for a long time, but might as well have them. And that way, if there's something our miner isn't doing, this gives her something to do rather than something stupid or inefficient. Okay, so I feel pretty safe now. Wolf is going to go out here and plant a few trees. That's kind of cool. We were running really low on wood. Now, all of a sudden, now that our base is done, we really aren't. What's this? Carcinoma? You have cancer? Great. Wild pods are so weird. Alright, somebody needs to tend to the animal there. Alright, Jamoka's going to do it. Alright, we'll see what happens with that carcinoma. I mean, I'm not really going to be that sad if the wild pod dies. Pumpkins on the brink here. Oh, take away your ranged weapon. Tell you what, actually, why don't you go equip this hammer? We got this from the last raid, so might as well have that. I'm not going to allow guests yet because we don't have the facilities for it. Okay, Pumpkin's hard at work now on a summer cape, I think. Norma's hauling wood to build this sculpting table, I think. Somebody should be researching. Who's our researcher? Alex is our researcher. Why isn't Alex not researching? because you're washing. Now you're gonna milk the animal. That's fine, but maybe I should have had somebody else be the researcher. Product wasted. Alright, you're in serious pain, a little drowsy, sick, unsightly environment. Once we get this thing built, hopefully that'll allow us to enhance the environment quite a bit. I would also build floors, except for we really don't have the resources to do that right now. Including wood. We can't even really build a wood floor right now. I'll install one of these passive coolers in here. We're gonna need that sooner than later. I'm just curious what some of these things are. Go ahead and put that round table up, I guess. Just kind of make room in my storage, you know, might as well put things places. I could put this round table actually down here. That way if somebody really wants to eat badly, they can just eat right here in the kitchen. I don't really care. I've got the room for it. Definitely need a burn pit, so why don't we... Bowers needs treatment for those parasites. Yeah, I hope those go away after a while. I'm pretty sure they do. Where's Norma? You're sleeping? Alright. Tell you what, can you build? No. I know Wolf can. I want to get at least one or two of these burn pits up so that we can at least start burning our waste. We don't have a lot of extra steel though, do we? Okay. So let's get that going, and let's queue up refueling all of those. Also creates light, which is, you know, helps to cancel out the effect of the waste smell, I'm sure. In terms of mood effectors. Balbo's gonna get really sick out there, I have the feeling. Alright, he's better now, so he's gonna... Oh, he fell asleep. You need to get inside before you fall asleep, dude. Alright, we're harvesting and planting rice, and it's 70 degrees outside. That's crazy that in December, or, you know, in the middle of winter, it's 70 degrees. Alright. Well, we'll let this play out a little bit farther. Alright, and you built this wash tub. Probably don't need this since I have the well right here, but I don't know if people use it a little bit differently or not. I just really don't know. Go ahead and build a thing there. And then at our sculptor's table, let's make 5 small sculptures just for whatever they have lying around. And once that toxic fallout goes away, we'll send our animals back outside. It looks like our wild pods are... At least this one's fine. This one, we'll see how that works out. I'm not sure if that... These are like fungus creatures, keep in mind. So, you know, it's like, how much do they really need in terms of anything, really? Okay, we have some lovers. And it's... Is it this guy? This prisoner? Yeah, our prisoner, Speedy, fell in love with Sis. They were part of the same squad that attacked us, so that kind of makes sense, I guess. Eventually, they might be our colonists. I'll have Norma fill that cooler up when she gets up. How are you doing on prisoner breakdown? 11.5. Okay, we don't have much in the way of food. Owen is cooking. Now you're relaxing socially. Lovely. I don't feel like our people are very efficient sometimes. Okay, and she moved that. Now what's she gonna do? She's gonna build a table. Good, okay. Hopefully those get repaired at some point. And now she's cutting the agave to work on that. And in the meantime, we really... Who's our plant cutter? Jimok. Let's kind of follow him and see what he does. He's going to go around harvesting everything. I'd like him to maybe work on trees a little bit. So what I will do, I feel like I'm not getting enough plant cutting, so I'm going to turn Bowers down to 3. I'm going to turn this guy down to 1. And that should help out with that. Norma's working on the defenses, which is good. Owen's like running around or taking... I guess he's hauling a dead donkey that we didn't get to our stockpile quickly enough. Alright, it's now 48 degrees out, so that's pretty good. Okay, now we actually have the beginnings of a little bit of a defensive barrier here. And I think Pumpkin's working on stuff, which is good. I think that means people will start wearing that stuff too. So this is going to be Insect Chitin Summer Cape. Oh, we got a jailbreak issue. The best way to deal with this, in my opinion, is to draft a couple people. And just punch the jailbreaker in the face before they get to the jail. That way there's never any issue. So then we'll get ready with the melee attack. I'm going to have 2 of these people disperse now, and the third one will continue the melee attack. There we go. And rescue Alex, please. Alright, so we averted that jailbreak, which is good because we're about to get in position to recruit Rhodes here. Less than, about 10 to go. And we're getting breaks all of a sudden. I'm going to let that insulting spree go. Those are fairly mild. They can lead to more serious breaks in the future though, so you got to watch out for them still. Okay, so... in terms of my animals, I think I'm going to move them back outside. Just because I think that they've all recovered sufficiently from the toxic fallout that they can withstand it for another few days, probably. Okay, so we're getting good harvests on our rice here. This is a rich soil, keep in mind. Uh-oh. What's up with the jailbreaking? I think the game calculates when you have, like, a certain number of prisoners to, like, have a jailbreak. Like, prisoners per capita, basically. Alright. Sorry, Bowers. I better call in Wolf as well. Don't want to arrest him. I just want to melee attack him. There we go. So the jailbreak is over. And we'll put them in bed. Somebody should tend to Bowers at some point there. I think once I recruit Rhodes, the jailbreak risk will go way down. Alright, well, we're dealing with our breaks the best we can. And of course, people are eating raw rice, which is not what we want. Who's our cook? Owen. Owen, cook. Alright, I think that will get us pretty stable. Still not having anybody who is wanting to cut trees, which is problematic. Okay, we got another raid coming in. Let me just save. Hopefully we don't need to use the life today, but you never know. Just got 2 guys, both with bows, so we should be okay. Okay, Wild Pod 1 is back in the wild. You know what? That's probably just as well. You know, part of the problem is I just don't have the manpower to deal with that. Okay, so let's kind of keep our eye on this raid. They're gonna just chill for a minute before they come in, and I think every now and then there'll be like a multi-directional raid, so I kind of like to scout around the map, make sure I'm not missing anything. And Norma's still building stuff, interestingly enough. Not sure what she just built there. I have honestly no idea what she just built there. Oh, she just deconstructed this stuff over here. Alright, let's kind of wait for this raid. Okay, here comes the raid. So let's get our warriors, which is pretty much everybody. I'm going to skip Bowers because she's about to break. Just bring them out here. Okay. Get them going with their guns. Okay, I think we're good here. See which direction they come in at. I might want to put a bridge here to encourage people to attack right from here. Problem is these little ancient things. I might want to get rid of those. And certainly these rocks. Okay. Let's have these 4 go up here and see if we can get another shot in to the fleeing one. Have everybody else go back to work. Allow that bow, we'll strip, and then I think we've got our stockpile set up to put the tainted clothes here and put the good clothes in here. And Speedy and Sis broke up, and they're prisoners, so I don't really care. They want space, ironically, and they're in the same prison cell, so that's just not going to happen. They're both naked as well. Okay, so what's... Still waiting on that. Okay. Well, I'm trying to see if there's any issues with my animals. Where did that other guy go? Did he... I just didn't pursue it very carefully. I think he just left the map. He probably just went off to the right. Oh no, he's right there. No, wait, that's my guy. And never mind. Screw it. Doesn't matter. Okay. So everybody's gonna go back to work. And what's this? What's the problem with this? Oh, we do have toxic buildup again. Okay, so what we need to do, same thing we did earlier, and I should just... Okay, so we need to get those animals saved again. Alright, so we'll save the animals again, and we'll leave them inside this time until it's appropriate to do something different. We are running quite low on food. We don't really have a lot of options for wildlife. So what we probably want to do is fish a little bit more right now. So fishing is one of these things that I kind of don't really like normally. It's not an efficient task normally. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to have everybody prioritize that to 1. That way, if they have a free moment, they'll come down and fish. And then I'll turn that off when once I get a little bit more food. Once the toxic thing goes away and it warms up, we can start growing and maybe some wildlife comes. No wildlife is going to come into the area right now. I could kill Wild Pod 1. Certainly tame it, but it's a waste of food to try to tame it. Well, it's a little precarious right now, to be honest. Oh my god, we're feeding this corpse to these guys. That's nice. That's really nice. Well, we literally don't have any food. So I guess I kind of understand. Let's harvest what we can here. I mean, this will be enough for a few meals, in theory. And hopefully these berries can be harvested as well. They ate 14% of that guy. They did not I'm sure they did not appreciate that at all. That's so funny. I think that's hilarious, actually. Are you... oh no, that's my guy, sorry. I thought it was Rhodes for a second. Oh, we also have this agave. Can we put that to harvest as well? Alright. Well, we got a sturgeon, that's good. So that will lead to food in just a second. I have the feeling somebody's gonna come along and just eat it, though. Not ideal. Hope it's not the cat. Let's put these to haul. We're in a pretty dangerous position right now, so hauling rocks is probably the least of my concern, but I don't want the enemy to have cover. I guess I should dismantle these. Alright, well, let's harvest these up and then we'll, I don't know why we leave rice out there. There's no reason to. And he's just gonna eat it raw, so that's great. That's great. Well, better than nothing, I guess. Okay, Owen's gonna cook a meal. That's good. I do have 2 shellfish traps. Maybe, I have 3. Maybe I should build a 4th. Can build it right there. Okay. Hopefully that gets done at some point. This toxic thing is really quite a unfortunate event. It's really affecting this game. Let's have this guy. Let's just find a patch of berries and have him manually. We'll just have him do that. That'll get us like 1 or 2 meals. There's a few down there. These berries are kind of not a lot. And I do have most of them set to harvest. It's just not going to be... I mean, I might be able to buy me some time. I think I ended up hunting without a stockpile for a while, and a lot of that meat rotted. That's on me. Alright, let's see how we're doing down here. Alright. Alright, we'll haul those back. And you're just gonna eat them raw, that's fine. We have enough food for 2 more meals. Are you the... No, Owen's the cook, I keep forgetting. Alright, let's cook up those meals before we do anything else. Okay, that should alleviate some of the starvation for now. We got 3 meals out of that, that's great. Still in quite a predicament though. What I could do is I could slaughter a muffalo if I got really desperate. I could also kill one of these guys. Maybe the one that bailed on me. It'd be easier to slaughter that one, but the problem is hunting them is such a not easy activity. I kind of want at least one though. They're useful. They do, you can harvest them for mushrooms periodically. So I think what I'll do is I'll just have him do some little cherry harvesting runs. And that'll give us a little bit of passive food income that we can just live off of until something better comes along. Also, let's grab a couple trees while we're out, because we're running a little bit low on wood. Okay, you're just gonna eat those, that's fine, whatever. I think everybody's pretty much in the same boat. They're relatively hungry. Malnutrition trivial. Oh, we just have 1 malnutrition, just 2 malnutrition's trivial. So that's not bad. Alright, let's get these. Do about 3 at a time, I feel like it works pretty well. Right, let's have you do that. Okay, and we overworked him, so we'll have Wolf continue where he left off. And is the toxic buildup going away? I missed that. I missed that message. Doesn't look like it. Never mind. And I'll have you haul those. Wolf is building a tree there. Some of our planted trees already died, which is always makes you feel good because it takes a long time to plant a tree. Alright, he's gonna go get those berries, and then why don't you should really prioritize. Let's put some corn in. The sooner we get the corn in, the sooner we can start the process of waiting for it to be ready to harvest, which takes a while. That's potatoes. We could also do potatoes. But I think that's kind of a good long-term move to have him put some corn in right now. Then, oh man, the berry options are pretty narrow. But we do have a little bit down here. A few over here. Let's use these ones. So we'll have him... He's going to be really unhappy after working all that. Okay, so we do have enough for a few meals. Owen. God damn it. Can't really make a meal if nobody's around to... if everybody keeps eating without waiting for them to cook it. Alright, we better butcher these fish up. I might want to add another cook, to be honest. Okay, he's bringing berries back, that's good. Alright, let's cook a meal. And Norma is better now, that's good. We've got a couple meals. 3 meals. We're doing our best. You're probably about to break. Well, you're content actually. I have to keep using you. I'm so sorry. Okay, he's cooking a simple meal. That means his cook radius is way too large. Oh yeah. That should definitely be small. Yep, okay, that's better. How are our muffaloes doing? They're doing okay. Well, we are mitigating the toxic buildup. This one's pregnant. That's great. One way or the other, that's useful. How's Rhodes doing as a prisoner? He is 9.3. We're getting there. Owen, what are you doing? Okay, you're getting the fish over there. That's good. And you're neutral now, no longer content. Cook 2 meals out of that fish food there. And then do whatever you're going to do. Okay, you're going to eat. Alright, that guy's coming in. Alright, let's see if there's any wildlife. Nope. Sucks. Pumpkin, what are you? You're just standing there? Okay, you're not doing anything destructive. Alright, I'll let him fish, and then I'll have him plant some more rice. I think the rice is going to be what ultimately gets us out of this food issue. And then, Wolf, I'm going to have you butcher after that. What are you bringing back? Oh, the ostrich thing. I shouldn't have even done that. It wasn't useful to bring back that ostrich corpse. Alright, well, maybe I have to wait until the end of winter for more wildlife to occur. We'll see. Alright, let's see if we can cook something. Wonderful. And you're gonna go eat it immediately. I guess it makes sense. And then you're gonna go to bed. Okay, fine. Well, I have the feeling that whoever wakes up first can get that meal, right? Basically. Okay. Oh, Speedy's going berserk. I guess that's not useful. Just have a couple people wake up and go punch him. I'm gonna steal their food. There we go. Okay, well, that problem is solved. I hope this toxic fallout goes away soon. It's probably why no wildlife is coming in here. Okay, we can harvest agave. Let's have him, when he wakes up, go cut some agave. That'll give us some berry-like resources. And then Norma is just gonna eat that crayfish raw. That's cool, Norma. Tell you what, you start butchering, and Owen, in a second we're gonna have you. Definitely don't want visitors right now unless they have food on them, in which case we would steal their food. All right, have you refuel the stove? Get ready to cook on it. Now I guess you're gonna eat the raw meat. That's whatever. Okay, here's the agave, right? So that's 11. So you can cook, right? Yeah, cook that up. Excellent. Excellent. Now we're talking. Now we're making progress. And yeah, feed them the raw meat, that's fine. Okay, well, just not enough from these small fish to make much. It's just kind of supplementary, you know, at this point. Alright, let's see if we can get more berries. Alright, we'll have you go up and do an agave run again. And we'll get you those berries as well. And then we'll see what happens with that. Okay. Unfortunately, everybody keeps taking the raw meat before Owen can cook it. Well, I guess I'll have Owen come down here and get this agave. And why don't we have Wolf get this tree. I'm not sure how we're doing on wood, but we probably could use some more. And it's December 14th, or December 14th. Man, this toxic fallout is killing us. This is not a sustainable long-term situation. Looks like Jamoke finished harvesting all that stuff. Probably left most of it up here, yeah. Yep. So have him come get it. And yeah, again, 0 food. Got this now. Where's our dude? Where's Owen? And Wolf, or whoever, Jamoke fell over. Great. Not sure what the issue was there, but seems to be okay now. Oh, it's the toxic buildup, because you were out there harvesting plants so long. Makes sense. Owen, what are you doing? Dude, cook the frickin' food. Well, I guess we're gonna feed partial. Okay, we lost the child. That's unfortunate. Well, hopefully, in 24 hours, when the season changes, we'll get some wildlife we can hunt. Or hopefully this toxic fallout goes away, I swear to God. Alex gave up. Okay, so what happens when this happens is the person purports to just flat out give up. And what you want to do is you want to punch them and just knock them out. I used to think this was a horrible break, and it is, but like most breaks, you can solve it by just knocking the guy out and putting them back in a bed somewhere. You don't have to arrest them and go through the prisoner conversion process, which is, I think, what I inadvertently did with Rhodes. Okay, there we go. Perfect, so problem solved. And then somebody needs to tend. Okay, and Wolf is going to tend. So we are good there. Okay, well, you got some bass. Owen, where are you? There you are. We'll let you finish fishing there, and then... Okay, we got a piece of steel. So we'll butcher the fish and see how much meat we get from it. Bowers is having a tantrum and destroying some materials, it looks like. I'm just going to kind of let that go. Alright, we're going to make you cook that. And Bowers destroyed something and is done having a tantrum, so that's great. And we have 1 meal now. And we're going to have 2 meals. Somehow, every now and then you can cook a meal with less than 10. I think it's like if it's relatively close, like 8 is here. The game will let you kind of... Oh, no, it's the jerky, okay. Well, that's convenient, I guess. Well, Pumpkin, you better have that meal. I guess you're gonna have the jerky. Because I stole the meal. Alex desperately needs food. 3... About 4 of us desperately need food now. Oh, we got a couple cloth. Well, they're from the fishing, I guess. Well, not a whole lot I can do. I can keep... Oops, wildlife. Yeah, none. No wildlife. It's 6 o'clock on the last day of winter, though. And how's our rice doing? Not... Oh, it's 63%. Wow. How about we just plant some more of that? And how about... I know you're not feeling well, but... How about you go down and... Oh, this guy died. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Boy, if I'd seen that earlier, I probably would have tried to prioritize harvesting him, but... Man, this toxic fallout must have gotten to him. Let's have you go... I guess I'll... Norma. You go... Okay. Owen, you go get that. And this rice is going to be ready real soon. Everybody's having tantrums because they're hungry. I will stop the tantrum if he starts destroying something valuable. But most of my stuff is not valuable, so I'm just going to let him destroy something and be done with it. I don't really want him to destroy that. I feel like the Donner Party up in here. I mean, I could execute one of my prisoners and eat the prisoner. Serious toxic buildup, so you should probably go inside. In fact, I'll make you stay inside from now on. And okay, yeah, he just fell over because of that. Wolf, go save him. Pumpkin, you better stay inside. Bowers, you don't have any toxic buildup at all, so I'm gonna have you do an agave run. Okay. And you have minor toxic buildup, 37%, so we can have you do an agave run. Except for none of that's ready to harvest. Can't really do any agave run with you. Okay, and our guy is sad wandering, so that could be very bad. Balbo, you're just finishing up, so you go save him. And I'd like you to return to safety, Wolf, when you can. If you pass out due to the toxicity, somebody will come save you, and then you won't be able to leave again. Bowers, great. You got the agave, and now you're eating it all yourself. Pumpkin needs a rescue now, which is great. Well, I think we're really, really screwed. Oh, this is considered outdoors now. Shit. We don't have any wood to fix that. Norma, you have to save the day. Who's our person? Owen, you go save the day. Norma, you'll save the day in a minute. I didn't realize that was considered outside until just now. Wonder how long that's been like that. It's probably one of the tantrums. Okay, the muffalo died. I'm kind of okay with that. We need to eat this muffalo ASAP. Where is it? Oh, and it died from the toxic buildup. You know what? I'm not gonna let this... I'm not gonna waste another one. I'm just gonna slaughter it. Norma, you need to build that. So I'm just gonna come along and slaughter this muffalo, and then we'll be okay on food. God damn it, Norma. You're our designated constructor, and you can't even get that right. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is actually a blessing in disguise. We will eat every single one of them. Problem is our crew is a little bit too sick to fight them off right now. Okay, there we go. We're back indoors. Good. That'll start healing everybody. Alright, so we're gonna draft you. We're gonna draft anybody who's like semi-healthy here. So, health, minor, no health conditions, obviously we'll draft you. Serious, 79, maybe. Bowers, we'll draft you. Not drafting you. Have to draft you, probably. And you're sad wandering, okay. Well, we'll see how far we get with just these. And maybe I don't need to slaughter this muffalo after all. So I'll cancel that for now. This could get a little dicey here. Who's the one that... Yeah, I think I can risk having you come out here. I think it'll be worth it. Boy, nobody can seem to hit today. Oh, one-shotted that one. Kind of micromanaging this battle a little bit. And nobody has a sidearm except for him. I guess you do too. Okay, and Jamuk's down. Dude, hit the frickin' thing. Okay. Bowers, why don't you just take Jamuk back inside. And once again, the man in black has basically saved us. Okay. So we'll kill, I'll have the man in black kill these wolves the rest of the way. And then I'll have Owen start butchering. Man in black, I told you, melee attack the fox. Okay, there we go, and now you can go back inside, that's fine. Okay, and then we got him back in. Yeah, he just, once they go over about 80%, they tend to pass out, so. We should be good now that we're considered indoors. And how are you doing? You're at moderate, so I think we're actually going to be able to save you. Are you female? No, you're male. Damn. I think we lost the female, which is the one that produces milk, so. Alright, so now we're going to start butchering, and I would have Wolf do it, but Wolf isn't around, so I'll have, okay, you can't do anything. Alright, I'll have you refuel the stove at least. Why don't you focus on cooking? And Norma, can you? Yeah, you can butcher. I'll have Norma butcher. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So this should be a really good thing for our food levels, and it actually might get us through the rest of the. Excuse me. I slipped on the ice over the weekend and hit my ribs, so it really hurts to sneeze right now. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, this should save us and get us through, from a hunger standpoint, should get us through the rest of the day here. Okay. How about Bowers? Go beat the crap out of this person. Shit. Man in Black. I'm gonna maintain my food production here, though. The muffler's joining in. That's great. And Pumpkin's capable of walking again. That's great. Probably gonna have to restrict you. Yeah, you're safe. You're in safety. Okay, good. Except for you're gonna want to go outside immediately. So I'll see what the issue is. Undraft Bowers. Boy, that was a tough one. Okay, I'll have Man in Black capture everybody again, and then somebody will come along and tend them, hopefully. You know, you'll all be fine. Cargo pods, huh? See what kind of food they give us this time. Explosive pot, not exactly very helpful, although I can use it in battle. Bowers, where'd you end up going? Alright, you go back. You get the hell back. Hopefully somebody will come tend you as well. Pumpkin, I'm gonna ungarrison you there. I just kind of didn't want you to go sneaking out when you were so close to 80% there on the build-up. Wolf, how are you doing on health? Minor, okay. Boy, this is a really tough condition. I wish I had hydroponics so I could grow food underground. Okay, we do have some food coming in now. Some of it's dying, it appears. Probably more of it. Well, I don't know if it's temperature or what. Who's healthy enough to go get it? You are. Go get that rice. We need it. Norma, keep butchering. How many? We have 2 simple meals and some fox meat. Norma's gonna butcher 3 more foxes, so we should be... Oh man, you're not very good at this. I guess you're not bad, though. Alright, take that all back. What the hell? Is this considered... That's indoors. What's your issue? Oh, you need to go get tended. I didn't even realize that. Okay. Who's our physician? Okay, Jamoke, can you... Nope. Bowers, go rescue Norma. Owen, cook. Oh, Jamoke, you're back up again. Okay. Well, I guess you... Okay, I guess Owen's gonna go tend to Norma. Whatever. That's fine. Owen, you go butcher now. The food is more important than the health situation. Jamoke, I'm gonna have you stay in safety. Okay, yeah, I've got that. Okay, so we're actually, it's about the best we've been doing for a minute. Yeah, we've got, we're gonna have a lot of meat, actually. What are you doing? Hauling, okay, you're putting the gun in the stockpile. Actually, don't worry about the gun. And Balbo's healed, so the Man in Black is healed, that's good. Okay, I finally feel like we actually have a decent amount of food. Still no wildlife, probably due to the toxic buildup. I'm just gonna have everybody stay inside for now. Did Wolf? Yeah, Wolf came out of his state. Okay, so we have everybody set to safety, including our animals. We're just going to be in the safety mode for now until we get through this little rough patch. What I could do is I could build an interior room over this water. That might be a good future plan, because that would allow me to continue fishing without exposure to the outdoors. Gonna have to be something like that. So let's put that, and then we'll put a little... I actually think that'd be fine. Let's deconstruct that fishing spot and build a new one. I guess here? Yeah. So they just come out here and they kind of go down here and fish from inside. That could be fun. It's kind of a future thing. It's not really going to happen for a minute. Where'd Owen go? Did you go to sleep? It's fine. You made enough meals. That'll keep us going for a minute. And we actually have a Feralisk egg, too. I didn't realize that. Not sure where that came from, really. Okay, everybody's healing up. And the Muffalo is getting finally some treatment, which is nice. Hopefully we'll be able to build our Muffalo pack back up. We have very, very little wood, also, for what it's worth. In fact, once we get our toxic buildup levels down a little ways, I might go try to get some more wood. I think I will leave Owen, who's kind of the hero of the fort right now, unrestricted. And then let's find a couple of mature trees. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is whenever you wake up, you're going to go cut these 2 trees. Okay. And then you'll go back to cooking. But I'll let you sleep because you deserve it. People are going to have a lot of free time on their hands while we're waiting for the toxic to go down. Tell you what, let's expand safety to include access to this little outdoor area so they can take the waste out of the fort at least. And you can see Pumpkin's just going to town because he might as well, there's nothing else to do. Psychic drone is ending. Jamoka's idle. Makes sense. I guess what I should probably be doing is research. I'll put everybody who's even remotely capable of researching on level 9 research. That way they're at least doing something. Yeah, so that'll lead to some research in the meantime, which is good. And there's going to be some repairs going on, and that's all wonderful. And Owen's going down for those trees now. And we do have a rice plant that's ready, more or less, so we'll set that ready to harvest. And then I will have him haul that wood back so that we at least have enough material to refuel the stove. And then, well, let's see what he wants to do. He'll probably want to... Yeah, he's going to eat first. And then he's probably going to want to wash. And then let's have him cook. Okay, animal starvation. If somebody could feed the Muffalo, that'd be great. Can't really worry about peace talks quests when there's toxic fallout. And we did get medieval technologies finally researched, so that's great. That's important because that opens up the granite hearth, the brazier, and the blacksmith's forge, gardening box, light reflector. Okay, so let's kind of start looking at this now. First of all, let's get a blacksmith's forge going. I hate to put it in the hallway, but it's really the only option. So let's put it right here. And that's gonna be granite, so I need can't really do granite. I do have 8 marble blocks. How much is this? 35, shit, okay. May have to go Adobe on this one. So let's actually cancel that, because I really can't build that right now. And then let's, and I can't really do a wooden one, right? So I think I have to do Adobe. So what we'll do, I can't do Adobe yet, because I don't have hay. Okay, so I can't do a blacksmith's forge yet. But what I can do, I can't really afford the hearth either. I could do a steel brazier, which is a good light source. I have enough steel for that. And I could do this light reflector, which in theory will allow me to plant crops here. It's going to be a little bit intense with wood eventually, but what I can do is I can do gardening boxes. I can actually make them out of other materials. How much are they? 25. Oh man, that's... I gotta do the wood ones. I'll just do 5 for now. This is our early hydroponics. I also have to make charcoal. And I will make charcoal until I have 20. And that'll be enough to keep one of those things going. I can also, under medieval, do I have the quarry open? No, I don't. And I don't have the ice making, but I do have the ice gathering station. So if it got cold enough, I could chop ice somewhere. I have this medieval small table. But I already have access to, I already have enough tables, so I think I'm okay there. Also under medieval, not sure if this book stuff is medieval or not. I could build a dartboard. Let's build a dartboard. And yeah, it didn't really open up any. I could build a telescope. I'll wait on the telescope. I'm not sure how to best utilize the telescope. Okay, medical emergency. What's the issue? Are you dying, or what's the situation? Kind of over you. Oh, you just have extreme malnutrition. Well, somebody should really give you some food. And you have moderate malnutrition. 8.3, we're still waiting to recruit you. So we have 10 jerky, 15 meals. That's pretty good. I feel like that's going to hold us over for a day or two. I really don't understand how long this toxic fallout's going to last. Usually it doesn't last this long. Well, I guess we'll wait. I guess we'll just keep waiting it out. Eventually, once the research comes in with another level of medieval, I think that opens up the quarry, which I can get coal from directly rather than having to waste wood on it, so that's always good. Surprised somebody's not tending to these people. Let's have Norma. There is food. There's food right there. I don't understand why. Oh, is this not in... Oh, I know what's going on. I've done it to myself again. I forgot to put safety to include this area. Alright, so that will immediately affect their patterns. They're all going to go start eating for one thing, and then they're going to start feeding the prisoners for another. So that was my idiotic mistake. And that led to a whole round of malnourishment. But now everybody should be okay, and we still have a few meals left. And let's have you butcher. Let's take a look at the wildlife tab. Still no wildlife. Rhodes is considered wild, which I think is hilarious. Alright. Well, that should help a lot. And did somebody feed the muffalo? Yes, yes, somebody did. And the wild pod has no food. Augustus has a little bit of food, so those housekeeper cats are very strong and resilient, so that's always good. Okay, so we'll start cooking a few more meals here with our fish meat, basically. And this guy's gonna eat that one, that's fine. Okay, we did get cargo pods. Please be food, please be food. Thank God. Snow beets, I'm cool with that. Alright, so we'll have Owen go grab those. Basically having Owen do everything. How's everybody else's toxic buildup? Yours is very, very minimal now. So I'm gonna put you back to unrestricted. I'm gonna keep you unrestricted. Keep you on. Definitely keep you on. You're good, so I'll unrestrict you. Some people have better immunities, I think. Or just didn't spend as much time outside. Okay. So I've got 5 on restricted and 3 unrestricted. And Alex is on a murderous rage. That's super convenient. Okay, so let's okay, problem solved. Problem solved. That was easy. These people's medical emergencies I feel like is going to go away now that I gave them food. And Jamoke will take care of him. Okay, great. And Pumpkin's eating that raw. Not ideal, but, you know, I think Owen's off to get that snow beets, wasn't it? Are you just putting them in the inventory? Okay, great. I need you to cook. Sorry. You're neutral, so you'll be okay. Did I get all of them? They seem to keep crashing over here. I think I got all of them. Do have a date I could get. And I do have some wood out here. And it is spring. So I'm looking forward to growing crops again. The few that I have residual from planted are growing, so that's good. Alex, why don't you just go wash or whatever you want to do. Okay, that was good. Then let's have you... Yeah, we'll have you keep cooking. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Somebody ate the snow beets raw, which is not what you want. Somebody left jerk meats in the door. I don't even know where that came from. Probably because everybody's in the safety area, they are like defaulting to lower priority tasks, which creates some weird outcomes. Okay, so... And you're getting more wood for the stove, that's fine. Oh, we're doing okay. And he's doing a nice job helping out with the butchering. It's kind of nice restricting everybody to the safety area. It's hard to keep ahead of these meals, though. Well, I'll let him have his way here, but gosh, I am so fed up with this toxic buildup. It is so annoying. He's down to 7 resistance, so that's at least a bit of some good news. I can't do anything when this is happening. I have no food. There's no way for me to really go outside a lot. I'm basically living off of an extremely small amount of food that I got from fishing and whatnot. Rhonda, Norma, I mean. Can you build this door, please? No, you can't, because there's not enough wood, of course. I'm gonna get pretty much any tree that is north of 50% growth rate, or growth level. Definitely queue those up. Hopefully these trees come back very soon. Alright, well. I think I'll just have to kind of wait through this. Hopefully. Okay, thank God the toxic thing is over. So now we can get everybody back to unrestricted. Okay. And wildlife? No, not yet. Okay. But this will at least allow people to start planting and harvesting food from our fields. So that's good. Let's get our fish up to 5. Except for you and you. We'll keep it at 2. Okay. Alright, let's kind of see what happens now that everybody can go do normal things. Oh, and the animals should go back outside too, for sure. Our 2 brave animals that survived. They're going to start eating this grass, which is great. That's going to save us food from inside as well. And we do have a little bit of food that people can use. Curious what Wolf's going to do. Tending to the prisoners, huh? Oh, those hospitality messages are so annoying. I mean, it's kind of a fun little mechanic to add to the game, but it's it takes a while, and you're not able to do it just right off the bat. Okay, and it's definitely warming up. You can tell by the weather change. I feel a lot better about this situation now. Jamocha's out there planting grass for the animals, which is great. Wolf, I'm gonna have you just. Oh yeah, I'll definitely take the assistance of a new person. Wolf, you need to plant on all of the fertile soil ASAP. I'll just let that new person come in, and we'll deal with her in a second once the raid starts. The raid obviously will follow anytime you offer asylum to somebody fleeing a band. It says she's being pursued by 7 slaves, which suggests a pretty low level of military prowess for the people pursuing her, which is good. Okay. Probably this is gonna be more than good enough. Okay, so there's the raid. Okay, so let's take a look. So yeah, they're basically naked with hand-to-hand weapons. And they're gonna come in from the north as usual, so let's get you armed first. Let's have you take a pistol and a hammer. Okay, and let's wait until they get just a little bit closer. Okay. I'm gonna leave Wolf to work on that. Let's take these people here. All those for sure. And Owen, what are you up to? You are butchering. I'm gonna let you keep working on food stuff. So everybody who's not doing food stuff basically come out here. Wolf is doing food stuff as well. Okay, here they come. Might have been a little late to the party here, but I think I should be okay. You need to get your gun. You need to go there. And you're too late. You need to go here. Uh-oh. Well, we better switch to hand for some of them. Unfortunately, our defenses are not really built up, and I was way late to the party on that one. I probably need to... Hate to do it, but we probably need to do this. Man in black, you're using your axe. That's good. I should still win this, but we could have an unexpected death. They're very vicious, these people. Okay, there we go. Good. Alright, grab your gun and you're gonna go help out. And Bowers is down, okay. Okay, one of them died. I think I just hit Pumpkin. Wish I could fall back, but it's really hard to see through this. These little things get in the way too, these stupid little message bubbles. I might take that mod off. Doesn't really do much. Maybe I should just have him go in there and save Bowers. How's Bowers doing? 5 hours? It'll be okay. Let's have him get close. Okay, now they're fleeing, so that's good. Okay. Get your gun out. Get your gun out. And you will go save Bowers. Very good. Alright, and Wolf, why don't you save Pumpkin? And you're a brawler, so let's get you off your gun. And then we'll ungarrison you. And we'll let him keep shooting, and you're out of range, so you can go back to normal. And we'll go ahead and allow these weapons that they dropped. And we'll strip them, even though they're not wearing clothes, really. Some of them aren't wearing, like, literally any clothes, which is great. And we'll have you be the person that goes and tries to capture one, I guess. Okay. Let's see what we have for an aftermath here. You know, for as cool as his character is, he sucks at shooting. Let's designate a couple more hospital beds there. Are any of these people like near death? 9, 10, and none. I might be able to get one more shot off if I can quickly run after her. Okay. And you really don't have time for that right now. Let's have you keep planting. Back to what you were doing before the battle started. I don't need to manually do this for all of them. I just need to do it enough to kickstart this and get it, you know, jumpstart it into a good position. I think this will be just about enough. And I kind of want to do the same with a little bit of this hay. Because I need the hay for Adobe. And Adobe is going to be our primary building block until we get stone cutting, which is going to be a little while. So I really need just a good chunk of this that'll be ready to harvest sooner than the rest of it. Okay, that should that's fine. Okay, let's kind of follow this part now. I think they're gonna get away. Yeah, they're gonna get away. Okay, why don't you just go back and heal? That's okay. I don't really need any new prisoners, to be honest. Rhodes is very close to being back in our good graces. Once he is, by the way, we're going to have to give him a peg leg at the prosthetics bench once we get to that point. Okay, but it looks like everybody else is being attended to, which is good. Bowers, let's take a look at your... You got 20 hours. Oh, your left leg is destroyed. That's... We need some prosthetics ASAP. These early tribal battles can be pretty brutal. You're going to be okay. You will be eventually. Owen, you're fine. Norma, you're just relaxing like nothing happened, which is always great. And you probably have some superficial wounds, but nothing too bad. Okay, so pretty safe to say we survived that just fine. Okay, we finally have our first bit of wildlife ever since the toxic buildup. I guess I'll go hunt that, but it's not that urgent. Wolf, where'd you go? There you are. Okay. Yeah, he plants very quickly, so that's the good news. And Wolf rejected Alex, so she's still upset about that. She's very hungry. Owen, you need to get down here and start. Well, I guess you can butcher some things, but yeah, we're gonna have an issue. Tell you what. The second you finish that hay, Wolf, you gotta cut these. Yeah, you can't do that. Alright. I thought the Muffalo was gonna come eat the hay grass for a second. I'm like, dude. Well, I guess he doesn't have any grass up there. Let me just tweak the zone just a hair. Alright, grazing. Okay, it doesn't get down there. That's good. That's exactly what we want. So I'm going to add this little area and this little patch there. And there. Basically, just anywhere where there's some grass maybe that we can add to it. That little nub. That little nub. Actually, why don't we just do this? Doesn't matter if it's a little bit big. I can always instruct them to move into safety if we get raided from that direction. Okay, and you will cut this hay now, and then Owen, you need to start cooking, and of course there's no wood, so why would there be? And people are going to come down here and eat the rice raw, which is great. Oh man, dude. Not cool, man. I guess it's better than people starving, but man, I just hate it when they do that. It's so stupid. Alright, so let's get that harvested, and then that'll give us a little bit of wood. And Wolf, why don't you cut that one down, and alright, Rhodes is going berserk. You look healthy. Oh, you can't use your... Don't use your hammer, please. Oh, and we're good. Okay, so you go back to bed, and we'll put you back in your prisoner bed, and somebody will come and make you feel better. Okay. And Alex, you're going to feed the prisoner's corpse, aren't you? Or are you going to eat it yourself? Are you going to feed a patient a corpse? How lovely. How lovely. Alright, where's our dude? Okay, you need to... get this planted. Alright, and then harvest that. I just can't not do this. It's really kind of one of the few things that could actually save us right now is this rice. Alright, let's stick with that. And then we do have some wood now, so Owen can start cooking. Stuff. People need to... Okay, let's take a look at our new person. I forgot to do this. Okay, so we'll set our normals down to good levels for those. And then what do we want you to do? I guess you're a good quarrier and miner. Smith, you're a good crafter and miner. So let's have you do that as your main priority, and then we'll have you research at 3, haul at 1. Okay, that's... And we'll turn that off. Okay, that looks pretty good. I guess I'll have these at 9 just in case. And plant cuts. I'm gonna turn that on to 9 for most people, just so that people can do it if I manually instruct them. Okay, so that should be a pretty good situation. Having a little bit of wood come in now. Norma's gonna start building this interior fishing zone. I'm okay with that. And let's harvest that. Hopefully they'll start sowing this tree area soon. Alright. Well, let's see how it goes. I used wooden walls up there. Okay, so it's going to be a while before they start building that. I could try to deconstruct that bridge, maybe. I'm not sure if that would be useful or not. Can't wait until this straw gets done so I can build this floor. It's kind of an OCD thing, but, you know, it's just, it needs to get done. Let's mine that out while we're at it. Okay. We lost a little bit of food, ironically, even though we need it. Alright, oh, turkey, and an emu. The emu is tricky to hunt, so let's manually have like 2 people go after that. Let's have Norma, Wolf, and you. I think this will be worth it. And then we can have people harvest these berries and haul them back while they're over here. It'd be nice if I had like a pack of gazelles or something come through. Alright, Rhodes is doing a little bit better there. Definitely feeding them these bodies of these tribesmen. Probably not ideal, but you know, I don't really have a lot of other options. Okay, Wolf is here. Wolf is so much faster than the other ones. I think like Norma upgraded her clothing. I think she's wearing one of those summer capes. Dude, get down here. Okay, there we go. You will haul that back. You cut those, and then Wolf, why don't you do this? Cut these 2 trees, and then harvest this agave. Okay, that should be pretty productive. Once Balbo takes that thing back, I'll have Owen, oh, we need another sleeping bag, I forgot. Okay, so what do we have? We have, fox fur. We have, plenty of this Panthera. Let's do that. Might as well use the good stuff. And somebody will come along and do that one fairly quickly, I have the feeling. Alright, the second he drops that off, I'm going to have Owen wake up and butcher it before anybody can start eating it. In fact, let's manually move you away so you don't get tempted by it. Okay, and the rest will be fine. Go back to bed, sounds good. And that should be a decent amount of meat. Yeah, so it's enough for 6 meals, so why don't you prioritize cooking those 6 meals. We're going to feed some berries rather than human corpses, which is always a good change. Probably want to get these out of here before people start freaking out. Little Donner Party cannibalism, though, never hurt anybody. Okay, we have a prison break. You 2 wake up and deal with this. And Alex, you can go ahead. What happened? Did it end? I feel like it started and ended already. What's going on? Somebody's attacking somebody else. I'm not really sure how or why. You have a gun now. I don't like that. But you're very weak, so I think we can still take you. And you are in the middle of a jailbreak, so I'm going to punch you for sure. You need to help out. Basically, I'm just going to have to beat everybody up, I think. Bowers is in a daze. That's super convenient. Okay, that's not good. I have to use one of my lives. Uh, yeah. Hate to do it, but I have to. Okay, so we're down to 4 lives. It's not good. Not good at all. But we will get through this. So we'll wait to reload here. And yeah, so where are we at? Well, these bushes are not harvested. There's no emu on the map. Oh man, we went back quite a ways. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to catch up off camera. I mean, I have to count that as one of my lives, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here. A little bit of a rough episode, but we survived, and I think we're going to be okay. I'm just going to kind of go through the same steps we went through, and next time we play, hopefully we'll have some crops in the ground, and we'll be relatively stable on food, and we'll pick it up there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on RimWorld.